Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Manifesting Your Desires. It is Antonio. Today, my sinus is acting up, so we're going to keep this straight to the point. Got a little whatever on my shirt. So, yesterday, my ego was kicking in full-fledged. Like, it was kicking in. And I felt myself, like, I was like, man, I'm finna backtrack. I felt that energy coming where I was like, man, I'm about to backtrack. I feel some of my habits creeping in. I feel like I'm just about to fall back. So I had to go get a little cannabis. But I noticed, like, when I microdose the cannabis and get something from it, I'm not gonna lie, I do get an enhancement. But if I do it too much, then that's gonna be like the overeating, the laziness, the foggy mind. Y'all know how that go. But the thing about this book that I really love is usually when the ego kicks in, it's a separation from the higher self. And when I say higher self, I don't mean higher self in a super religious way. But this book, it has like 4 little key points that can get you reacquainted with your higher self if you get off key, because we human, we subject to get off key. And yesterday I was off key and I had to stop and read these 4 points. Not gonna really go into detail about them, but I'm gonna just give you like the first one. It starts off by saying your higher self only wants you to be at peace. It does not judge, compare, or demand that you defeat anyone or be better than anyone. It only wants you to be at peace. Whenever you are about to act, ask yourself this question: is what I'm doing or going to do about to bring me peace? And of course, if the answer is yes, you move forward. If the answer is no, don't do it. So when it comes to our habits and whatever we're going through in life, really ask yourself, is this bringing me peace? And yesterday, I got home, I was a little overwhelmed. I just kind of, after I hit the cannabis, I ain't gonna lie, I just kind of just sat on the sofa and was like, I ain't go on my phone. I just kind of sat there in silence. And that was peaceful. But the second point, it starts off by saying, go beyond the restriction of the physical plane. The purpose of the highest self is to assist you in this effort. You do this by creating an inner sanctuary that is yours and yours alone. Go to this silent inner retreat as often as you can and let go of all attachments to the external world of the ego. And that is what I did last night. Just kind of like chilled on the sofa, just went within and just kind of just, because that ego take over. Now, one of the third points, and these points are longer than what I'm reading. I'm just giving y'all the short version. The third point, refuse to defend yourself to anyone or anything on earth plane. You must learn to stay within your higher energy pattern regardless of what goes before you in the material world. And I took that as basically like, no matter what the physical situation in your material world, don't let it get the best of you, man. Because that's that ego. That ego want chaos. That ego wants you to think something ain't right. Something ain't right. What can I do next? Oh, I got to be doing something. That's the ego. Ego does not want you to be at peace, because once you're at peace, you're on a higher energy pattern. So I actually grabbed my headphones and I kind of vibed out to a little meditation music, and I was sleeping. Next thing I know, I was waking up. Now, the fourth point to getting reacquainted with your higher self: finally, surrender and trust in the wisdom that created you. You are developing a faith that transcends the beliefs and teachings of others. This trust is your cornerstone of freedom, and it will always be yours. In fact, it is so important that it is the subject of the second spiritual principle of manifestation, which you will read when you turn to the next section. So sometimes, at least for me, I'm realizing now, when things may not appear to be going my way, you building this faith, this trust that everything will work out. But you just got to observe the ego. And what I also realized that, they got the saying for every step forward is 10 steps backwards. But, I switch it around. For every 2 steps forward, you're going to take a step backwards. And that's only because there's no such thing as imperfection. There's no such thing as, no such thing as perfection. Just like anything, like whatever goes up, come down. If you notice the stock market, it goes up, it goes down. So to think that you're just going to be this golden individual is not going to work. The fact that you think that you can go on these long streaks of not doing this or just eating so healthy or just being so whatever, in a sense, you're going to crash or you're going to come down. It just... You would call it balance, but I think we all, when we have this vision of growing, I think we all have this ideal image of us. And it's like every day we just got to strive to keep growing till we get to this big ideal supreme being that we want to be. But I don't think it's about that, I think overall, as long as you headed in the right direction, you're going to have some days where it's not going to be the best. You're going to have some days where that ego going to take over. So instead of just striving to be this perfect or golden individual, just know that, hey, my life is on the uptrend, and, always being aware of that ego. And learning how to observe it and push it to the side. So it's okay if you have a 3, 4, 5 days or a week doing something good, whether it's eating good, exercising, or meditating, or whatever the situation is, and then all of a sudden you fall off. Because it's coming. No matter how high you go, you got to come down. So it's like you can either control your come down or just, sit back and just let life happen however it want to happen to you. So just know, for every up that you're experiencing in life, there will be a down, but not a down in a negative sense, a down in the sense of going back into the darkness, grabbing light. Because it's like you could get so comfortable with, oh, I'm so healthy, or oh, I'm meditating every day, or oh, I'm eating healthy every day. You get so comfortable in that you don't even see no growth no more. So you have to fall. You feel what I'm saying? You have to go back into that darkness to get that new energy again. And that's what I realized, like, it's actually pretty cool to go through things, because that's how you're going to overcome. That's how you're going to shine. So embrace the darkness, man. So next time y'all going through something, or next time y'all on the streak or whatever you're doing, just know that that down period is coming. And for me, I'm realizing not to beat myself up and not to be so hard on myself. But this, like yesterday, it showed me that, you supposed to F up. You're supposed to mess up. You're supposed to fall. You're supposed to go back into that darkness, because through that darkness you got light, and you find like a newfound energy or a newfound motivation to keep you going. And while, say for instance, you on the uptrend, a lot of y'all, this is what happened. A lot of y'all do good and then just crash crazy. But you want to get on that uptrend, crash a little bit, go back up. Crash a little bit, go back up. You see what I'm saying? And just because you crash, you have to have that darkness, man. Because that darkness, that's going to be that motivation to go back up. Boom. That darkness, that's going to enlighten you. Boom. And you just going to keep going and keep growing. Versus just trying to shoot all the way up. If you shoot up too fast, man, the crash going to be crazy. Y'all see it with all these celebrities. Like, come on. Y'all see it. But that's a different story. So embrace your darkness and learn how to get reacquainted with your higher self when that ego kick in. And if you want to, check out the book, Manifest Your Destiny. So do not trip when you trip. For real. Don't trip when you trip. Hey, man, in a meantime, between time, I got to get my nose dry. Just a little stuffy sinus, but y'all already know. Stay up, stay down. Peace out.